So I've been trying to stop wearing hats on the podcast.
Hats make your hairline recede?
Se supone.
It also makes you lose your hair.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I learned this throughout my research. If you don't wash them, that's even worse. And like I've never washed the fucking hat in my life.
I just buy a new one. Like I keep those, and if I want a fresh looking hat, I'll buy a new one.
And I have so many like Vive con Huevos old hats that like I would like product test, and it's like.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like you're sweating.
Well, who the heck? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it makes sense, but like it doesn't for
Asquito.
Still married me.
I didn't know you didn't wash your hats.
That was not in the terms and conditions.
Yes.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Vive con huevos. 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 No sé si lo saben.
What's up, guys? My name is Mario.
My name's Pao. Welcome.
Oh shit!
Back.
I fucked that up, huh?
Silvia's not here today.
I know, it's not like it threw me off. What's up, guys? My name is Mario.
My name's Pao.
Welcome back to another Vive con Huevos podcast. And guys, today we have two very special guests that we hold near and dear to our hearts. If you've been to an event in San Diego, I'm pretty sure you have seen their work. But they are more than just events. They are people. And sometimes we go to events and we don't understand the back end stuff of a lot of things that are happening or the people that are putting it together. And today we have two very special people that are actually doing that. But more than events, they run a creative agency. Sometimes they don't answer text messages.
The shots fired.
No.
That was early. That was an early shot.
You guys gave me that gran malo, right?
He needed to get the office shots.
But like I said, they're people that we met almost a year ago, actually, if I really put that into context, and have done really big things in San Diego. So to that, guys, I really like Misa, un aplauso.
Thank you.
My hats off, my flowers to you guys.
Appreciate it.
For everything that you guys have accomplished this past, well, more than past year, because I've only seen you guys for the past year, but you guys have been doing this for a pretty long time. But I'm rambling, so with further lesser ado, whatever the hell.
Who let Mario drink?
Without further lesser ado.
Without further ado.
Yeah. You see, that's why I keep her around. That's why I married her.
Hey,
Guys,
she's a
Rafa
keeper.
and Laura from Votive Agency in the building. Otro
Hi guys,
aplauso.
thank you for
Thank you
having us.
guys. Thank you so much.
Guys, this is a long time coming. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I really want to say thank you guys for a year ago. It's crazy. I actually was like stalking the Instagram today, and I was like, when did we actually like collab and meet? Was almost, I think it was last September.
I was gonna say like August,
August,
September.
September,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, August.
And it doesn't seem, it feels like it was just yesterday. Like, hate to be cliche and cheesy, but it doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
Fully.
Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for being here today. I always say this in almost every single episode. Time and energy is the most expensive thing someone can give you. And you guys being here and also like letting us be a part of your guys' agency in some sort of way every single time you guys have an event. Like, it means just so much to us as creators, as people. And not only that, we've been able to form a friendship.
Yeah.
And it really just, it's hard. I've said this to you guys multiple times. That sometimes in this type of industry, it can be cutthroat and you really don't know who's really out there to be your friend. And it really feels nice to know that you guys are real true friends to us.
No,
Well, we
honestly, the
appreciate that.
feeling is mutual. You guys are super humble, and I think like the first time we saw, well, I know I had seen your guys' podcast and just your personality and just both of you guys, how you guys work as a team, like really stood out. So again, it's like an honor for us to be able to be here and share our experience and our story as well, because it's at the end of the day, it's like what we want to be able to portray as much as possible in the most positive way and share it with people that, bring that same energy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you guys just being willing to, come on board to whatever it was that we had in mind when we first reached out, like whether it was a creative video or just attending an event, I think that spoke enough. But yeah, I think we both mutually respect each other, so we're just excited to be here with you guys.
No, yeah, it was an amazing. It was a really good feeling too, because at the time you guys were working on Cafeton,
Yes.
and that was a huge like that was a pretty big event that was going on in San Diego.
For
Cafeton
sure.
in itself, which if you don't know is a franchise. So you guys were handling the San Diego franchise and
Yes,
the San
correct.
Diego events. And at the time, it was a huge boom.
Yeah.
And for you guys to have reached out, I seriously like kind of sat there and like stared at the message for a little bit because Laura reached out to me and it was like fucking like 10 p.m. and I was like, babe,
Of course.
Oh, yes, those are the business hours.
Those are
business
Laura's
hours, you
business
guys.
hours.
I was like,
If
babe,
you know,
don't
you
get
know.
weirded out. But this girl just texted me at 10 p.m. asking me if I want to go to Cafeton
Tomorrow.
at 7 a.m.
No, it wasn't. No, because they reached out for the promo video.
Yeah, for the promo.
Yeah, and I do remember being like, oh, that's really cool. And once we met you guys, I was like, oh, this makes so much more sense. Like, just like Mario said, just such genuine people. And we're really big. We actually just recorded a whole podcast about like authenticity and being genuine. But like, we're really big on working with people and brands or anything really that we actually connect with or that we feel are genuine, you know?
We agree. Yeah.
So yeah, like when you guys reached out to us for that promo video, I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. Like we met you guys, we went to Cafeton and left 2 days later to our wedding.
Yeah.
Like I had
yes.
so much
I
wedding
remember.
stuff to do that weekend, and I was like, I still want to go to
remember
Cafeton.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, we didn't want to leave. Like we went to that event, but we had so much to do because that was literally the last weekend that we had to go shopping, to do like all
the small
all the
details,
last minute things that we needed to do before the biggest day of our fucking lives.
You were explaining this when we were about to shoot like the promo video that we were doing for that specific Cafeton date.
Yeah.
And I was like, how are they like sitting here spending maybe like
Yeah.
3 hours with us, like doing all this
So
when they can
calming.
be
We still went to
coordinating
sushi after.
wedding stuff.
I
Like,
remember
that was
Bao
crazy.
showing up that day to the event, and she's like on Amazon still ordering stuff.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, girl, the multitasking,
Literally.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, it helped a lot that we had a wedding planner, so I was
Yes.
able to just like be hands off on a lot of things. But there were like those last couple days, I was like, okay, like go. We have to get all these final details, or like I'm like ideas that would come up at the end that I'm like, I can't put this on my wedding planner. Like I didn't, like I need to do this. So yeah, that's true. I was on at Cafeton on Amazon ordering like outfits for I think our honeymoon or something. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot going on.
You guys are dedicated.
But we enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, but we did. Last week, you guys were here that episode where we did talk about how like brands sometimes reach out to us, but sometimes we don't want to work with certain brands because maybe we don't believe in the product or we don't really use it in our day to day. And at the end of the day, whether if you're a micro influencer or a huge influencer, you have a voice and people are actually influenced on the things that you're, making content on.
They are.
And we're very true to what we say when we say that we only want to work with people and brands that we really truly believe in and that we actually use on a day to day. And when you guys reached out and I did my stalking, because you have to do your due diligence, right?
Oh, you do. Yes.
I was like,
Your
all these people are
FBI
doing
work.
really cool shit in San Diego. And at the time, I was like, San Diego just needs like a boost, right?
Yeah.
At the time before when we first started Vehicle Waffles, we worked a lot with like brands and people in LA, but like we really wanted to bring everything back to home base. And when you guys reached out and it just felt really homey, I guess you can say, it just felt so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm rambling again.
Mario's always
You too.
rambling.
I love hearing this side of stuff. We never really get to hear it.
For the people who don't know, like, let's give a brief introduction. What is Vodip Agency? How did you guys come about? When did you guys actually feel like this is actually a thing that we could do and like bring to San Diego, like the energy? Give us a little background story to you guys.
Well, first and foremost, I think I met Rafa about maybe 3 years ago already. 2 years?
I think it's 2.
2
Yes,
years.
2.
Sorry, 2
Wow,
years.
you guys, it feels like you guys have known each other for
Yes.
ages. Like,
Yeah.
We actually at the time, I was working at a PR agency and he came in as an intern. Long story short, we connected very well where we were like, hey, like I have this type of interest. This is the type of interest you have. This is why I envision. Like we really like the way that we worked together on a project that at the time we were working for at that agency. And then, it came about really naturally. But at the same time, just within the past year and a half, like a lot of people, you see and you can compare an agency, especially a creative and management agency. And I will say, like, we're still trying to figure out a lot of things, but just at least like with how we came about it, it was very organic. obviously the name votive, you know, it was, I kind of don't, how did we come about the name?
Yeah, so I think we were just kind of looking about stuff, and Laura and I were having the conversation at her place at the time, and we were just sitting there, and I'm like, I don't want anything corny.
Yeah.
I cringe a lot, like
Yeah.
very easily. So I was like, I don't want anything that's like marketing or social media marketing in
Yeah,
it,
that's
or
true.
also because it also like it makes you confined into one
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's just going to be an agency, which I will get into what exactly we do after I tell this brief, memento on how the name came about. So I was like, okay, it needs to have agency in it. But then I was like, I want our logo to look somewhat sculptural.
Mhm.
And I really was obsessed with just like this chrome look, still am. And I was like, okay, I feel like the best letter in the alphabet to, be in this kind of look is a V. And we were just playing around with that. And then I kind of created the logo first. And I was like, okay, I like the name like votive because it's something you can hold. And ultimately, like in my head, I was picturing like, okay, if we have a headquarters, this could be a big sculptural thing that's a big votive. Like it's a
Oh,
big
that's
thing.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, the meaning of it, it's like a promise, a wish, or a devotion. And I think that
specifically through something tangible.
yeah, it's more again like having the creative and management side, because a lot of people obviously say like, oh, you do marketing or you guys do events, and I mean that's fair because at the end of the day, like it's what connects us in San Diego, but just a lot of the back end of it, there's a lot more puzzle pieces to it.
Well, you guys have your hands in a lot of different pockets. It's like
Yeah.
content
Yeah.
creation, or
Yes.
creator management,
Yeah,
the
so-
event spaces. Like you guys, I mean, I don't understand how you guys even have time for yourselves. Realistically, it's crazy.
No, yeah, we definitely figure it out. But kind of just going back to really explain what Votive Agency is.
Yeah.
So essentially, we are a brand strategy and creator management agency. But on top of that, we're a big umbrella company. So it's an umbrella agency. If you come to us with an idea or a project that you have in mind and you don't know how to do logistics for it, you don't know how to do event production, whether it's on a small scale for 20 people or it's a large scale for 2,000 people, that's where we come in and we can take care of that for you. Same goes for your business's social media, your own personal social media. You basically come to us with any sort of creative idea and we will try to execute it for you. So
Yeah, and I think both on the creative and management side, they kind of go hand in hand, just because we always want to have it stand out in a very unique way, where it's different niches colliding, different industries colliding, collaborating, and obviously like at this point, like our network just being so valuable to us, because you meet a lot of people and you meet a lot of brands, but it's also knowing how to like maintain that. And obviously in the event production, I think that at least in San Diego, I know you mentioned like, we did start off the franchise of one of the biggest coffee parties nationwide. And then again, transitioning to just believing in ourselves and continuing that community in San Diego, not specifically in the coffee industry, but in the event production, to be able to just have a welcoming environment. And then just as much as in the event spaces, also with the creative and branding space, like we just want to always make sure that like Votive is being represented in a way that, if it's a collaborative effort, amazing. If we're working on a project together, amazing. But we're always keeping you in mind. Like you're really never forgotten in a way. And just being able to push it forward in the best way possible.
Well, you guys are branching out more. I know we'll get into that a little bit more in a bit, but you guys are even branching out into like the health and wellness. You guys just finished the Por la Mañana right here in Chula Vista with Extreme Fitness, right? And you guys did
Yes.
that. And like you said, you had to diversify your portfolio. And you guys are just doing so many cool things. Like you said, you're not just known for the coffee events. You also did the Fercho one. You did the Super Bowl one with the Bad Bunny showing. I mean, you guys are doing just so much. We're gonna talk about my favorite topic in a bit, Coachella, and you guys are gonna do.
Oh, yes.
You guys are now.
Don't get him started, you guys.
Don't get me started. We're about to have a Coachella off.
Fuera.
Two Coachella fiends were shaking to
Yeah,
talk.
I am. I feel like a crackhead right now. I was like, I need to be in the desert.
He just wanted to say the word.
Yeah. It's like, poof, I wish
That's
I
the
was
safe
there.
word.
But guys, how did you guys come up with the idea and it's like, let's branch out to this, let's start doing it? When was that like spark?
I feel like that's more of a you question, because Laura, for context, has always just worked in events in so many different roles in events. And when we had started off the agency, we were obviously, as I said, talking about it being an umbrella agency where we can do so many different things and have so many different subcategories. My biggest interest was definitely like management for creators. Even myself, I do content creation on my own as well. And then
But
also
you're killing
just
it, by the way. Let me tell you that. Bro.
thank you. And then
Yeah.
also just creative strategy. So I was like, I really want to focus on this. And then Laura obviously is a beast when it comes to logistics, event production. So I feel like that's very much her. And then we kind of just mix together.
Yeah, I mean, I think I come from a background of a lot of movement. Like I lived in Miami for a very long time, about 19 years, and then just coming to San Diego, like it was a different scene in general.
Yeah.
Especially for the Latino culture. I worked in the nightlife industry for about 4 years, and especially during the pandemic. And that's where like the roots of branding, collaborations, highlighting certain things came about. And then obviously, like once I stepped away from that, which I am honestly super grateful for that phase, it really came to mind of how to be able to expand not an event space or just, you know, a lot of people like kind of would consider me like, Laura, if you want a party to be planned, you hit up Laura. But in this space, it's more intentional. It's more with purpose because, you know, you're bringing vendors, you're bringing community, you're bringing culture. You're supporting different type of vendors, but also businesses that, you know, they may have a storefront or they may not have a storefront.
But then also you're catering to so many people, whether it's guests, business owners, venue owners. There's so many media teams. Like people really don't understand all of that back end work. And I feel like that's a part of it too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the back end work, of course, like it needs to make sense because the sky's the limit, you know? I think that at least going into the event space, I do have to say, like, if it wasn't like for Dynamic, that's one thing for sure. Like he's a DJ himself for those that know in San Diego, but at least for me, like he's really given us the position and
he's helped us put our foot in that door, and actually not even just foot in the door, just like step into that room of event production and of being in these roles when it comes to events that, you know, we're managing those events and alongside him and alongside people that he's introduced us to. So I think that's actually how events came about. Laura had a really and still has a really good relationship with Dynamic, both professionally and personally, me as well. And he would just always, he saw the potential in us and he would always just bring us along to help really coordinate these events. And then from there, we all just kind of got to brainstorming and people would come to him with ideas. And he's like, I know just the team to be able to do this. So
we all play like, we all play our hats and it took a minute. Like, don't get me wrong. We've obviously like, we've worked with each other for the past like year and a half, 2 years. Where now I think like with the agency, with him as a DJ, with obviously the relationships that we have with different venues, you know, we try to like leverage in a way where we're all also being able to enjoy it, but also creating something meaningful for San Diego.
Yeah.
Where people as guests come to experience.
Well, in a sense, you're building your portfolio, you know, and so it does take a while. None of it is going to be like from night to day. Even though from the outside perspective, it feels that way, you know, like it feels like it was like thing after thing after thing after thing. And like somebody on the outside looking in is like, oh, like they blew up from one day to the next. Whereas like, that's your job to make it look that way.
Yeah.
You know?
And even to us, like when you say like they blew up or they've grown so much, like we still feel like this is barely planting the seed.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah, which we can obviously get into that, but yeah, it's all about perspective, honestly.
Yeah.
What I want to know though is, okay, I actually have a few questions to unpack
Go
right
ahead.
now.
Ask them all.
So I want to know about you guys' first event. Because everybody, like I talk about like our first podcast and the first 5 podcasts actually that we have give me so much cringe.
Oh my God.
I cannot
He says we, but I wasn't part of those, so.
Well, no,
So
it's
there's
probably
nothing to be
secondhand
ashamed
cringe.
of.
I'm not telling you that for
The
sure.
secondhand embarrassment.
And I can't even look at them. It gives me so much like anxiety.
I'm surprised they're still up.
They, you know, you got to show your growth.
Yeah.
You got to show your growth. I hate looking at those podcasts. It gives me so much anxiety. And I feel like throughout any industry, your first event, your first podcast, your first video, it just, you don't know what you're doing. You know, so walk me through that first event with you guys. What was it? Like, was it that? Was it not even that? And then also I want to know, how did the Dynamic collab kind of come about? Because that's a pretty big name.
Yeah, I mean, again, after I left the nightlife industry, I was introduced to Dynamic. He was already running events and like specifically in the Latino industry. But I think all of us, it came about because obviously, again, Cafeton was such a big name, and they were already had the relationship with Dynamic, and they reached out to him, and obviously, us being business partners, we were like, he's like, hey, what do you think about this? And I was like, no brainer. Like, I truly do think that this is what San Diego needs.
I agreed.
And then at the time, again, like, I know how much events take, and it's always a risk. It's always a risk no matter what position you're in. Especially like, organizing them specifically. But this is where I told myself, I was like, all right, Rafa, like, this is our time. Like, we're going to put together this, and we're really going to move forward with it. And I think that the first ever event that we had at Chingon, for a coffee day party, it was surreal because I was not expecting the line. I wasn't expecting,
Like
you
the
know,
outcome
the
in
outcome
general.
of it. But it was all about the energy. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. And I think both of us left with, again, like, the way people show up, especially in San Diego, like, you guys we pay attention. Like, we really do pay attention. And
like
then
we notice like who's always there. Like we really notice who goes out. But then also I think a big part of it was that we talked a lot about like promotion strategy and marketing
Yeah.
strategy before we even like took the risk. We knew from the get-go, like, this cannot just be announced on a flyer. Like, this
Yeah.
cannot just be posted as is on social media. It had to be something a little bit different. And that's really where we started this kind of trend, I would say now,
yeah, that's
of
100%.
doing promotional videos per each event.
Yeah.
And
Creative promotional videos.
promotional videos. So that's where I really sat down and I told Laura, I'm like, when it comes to creative direction, obviously, like, you will do event logistics, but when it comes to creative direction for the event, especially for the marketing assets, like, that's going to be my role for it. So I kind of created a whole deck before we even had anything really confirmed. And I sent it over to a group chat with me, Loud and Dynamic, and we were like, this is it right here. And so
That's why also we came about creators too.
yeah, we came about creators like that too, because obviously when we were in the very first stages of creating the agency, we were like, okay, what do we really want to do? And it was creative management, event management, all of these things, but we didn't have any creators signed to us. Like, until a couple months in, we signed two of our really, really amazing friends and clients, Addie and Stephanie. But then once we really got into the role of things and really understanding how to make the ball roll and how to, you know, connect creators to all of these events, that's where we then met our client Vivi,
Yeah.
who partook in the very first Cafeton video, and it really did super good, honestly, and that kind of blew up our event.
And I think that that's where, like, also it started to feel real, like the whole agency part, because we were putting our creative side behind an event, but also we were going about it with building our relationships and potentially certain creators within San Diego that we felt like there was a partnership that we can obviously handle their management, and anything that, you know, we kind of envisioned for them. Because yeah, a lot of people at the end of the day can say, like, you have to be more realistic about things, but, like, we do see potential.
Yeah.
And I think that behind anyone or anything, brand, artist, whatever it is, any image, like public image, the team is what's going to really make it stand out. So I think that after a couple creative videos, after a couple events and planning, that's when, like, little by little, like, the agency also was able to partake not only on the event production, but the creative side, the management side for many things. Like, the branding came about. Like, I had worked in branding previously too, but necessarily, like, I didn't know with the agency how to go about it.
How to bridge that gap, which is something that I feel like we really are starting to master now, bridging the gap between creators and brands, and then events and brands, like just knowing how to place them, strategic placing that makes sense and that aligns. But yeah.
Do you, for the agency, like whenever you have a new event or a new campaign, is it just you two putting together like all the creative and the branding and everything?
For the
behind
most
it?
part. Yeah, I think, like, either Rafa will have a certain thought or idea already that he has in mind, or, like, I'll try to just be like, hey, like, I thought something like this, and we'll piggyback on it. But fully, like, Rafa, like, will make the visual concept of it, talk to the media team, just because, again, like, it's we each play a part, in these events, but I think now it's like you really have to focus on one thing to really be able to fully execute. So.
Yeah.
I will definitely say we all like volley off of each other,
Yeah.
but yeah, when it comes to campaigns, that's definitely where I like step into that role of just taking care of how it's going to look like, what each frame is going to be, what the mood board is, whether it comes for like outfits or the shots or the editing or the color grading, all of that. And I really try to make it just as detailed as possible so that what we have in mind can translate in the video that we end up, you know, sharing as a marketing asset.
No, I asked because I think that's amazing. Like just everything that I've seen that you guys put together always has really good branding. So I was just curious to like.
That's always
you know?
a big thing. And I
So-
feel like that's kind of what we've started to notice is that you kind of need to make a brand out of everything. And that's the way that people can start recognizing it as a business and as an entity, and just separating it from it just being, you know, another party at X nightclub at X venue.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, it's this event that you were going to, and it's called this. And yeah, I think the
Or
branding
just
is
any
super essential.
project as well, because
Yeah.
also like we had the opportunity last year and it was really exciting to work with the different projects. comes to
We did
mind.
STFC Fan Fest. We did a pop up. With
I was
the-
gonna ask you guys, do you
Uh-huh.
have a favorite project that you guys have worked on?
On it, there's one that hasn't came out, and I don't know if Rafa like can remember it
Which
specifically, but honestly, like the Chantal one. But we
That
can speak a little bit. Like, go ahead, because that
Yeah.
experience overall, like, it was fun.
That was a super fun experience. So Laura has a really, really good friend named Chantal. She's a recording artist based in Miami. And she had been in California, and obviously us just with the agency and managing creators. This was, you know, towards the end of last year. So we were really getting the ball rolling when it came to like managing people, knowing how to, you know, plug in people with whatever it is that they need to expand their career. And so Laura came up with a great idea of going to LA to get a studio with her and DJ Refresh, and they did a kind of like a whole capsule like EP for her during that time. And while we were there doing that, like Chantal and I were able to talk about creative and what this project could possibly look like, which is still something that we need to develop, but that was a really, really fun thing that still hasn't been developed or come to life.
But it was a fun project overall just because it was very creative. Celi's amazing. Refresh as a producer is fantastic. And yeah, like that it's just sometimes there's certain spaces or projects that like we'll sit in and maybe they may not be executed in the moment, but trust me, they're not forgotten. Like,
Yeah. I think for me, favorite projects though, honestly, anytime I get to do a creative marketing asset, a creative video, that is honestly a favorite because I always just get to step into that role of like creative direction. And that's ultimately what I've always wanted to do, is be able to make the visuals of a brand and creating that. So that was always my favorite. But another project that is soon to come, by the time this comes out, I think we'll already have executed it, is Coachella and us doing Club Votive, which is going to be like a whole creator house. We'll talk about it. But I think that's like just a dream thing, which I'm doing in collaboration with all the creators that are going to be coming with us. But that is like, I'm excited to do that. It's a whole branding opportunity. And ultimately, that's what we love to do. We love to brand things out. And I'm just excited that we're finally getting to realize the agency in this capacity.
Which, let me tell you, I can really tell that you guys are both passionate, obviously, about what you guys do. Rafa, you and I had a conversation about like me branching out to like, because I've dibble dabbled, and honestly, I've done a real shitty job at wanting to be an influencer.
Tell me about it.
And
I mean, pot meat kettle. Like, come on.
And I've done a lot of things that kind of just, I'm trying to throw shit at the wall to see if it sticks.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't feel authentically me. I've done the voiceovers, I've done the skits, and it just doesn't feel like I'm doing myself a favor. It feels like I'm just being fake. We're venturing into this new life of ours pretty soon. We're changing things up for Vive con Huevos and in our personal lives. And I reached out to you and I was like, hey, I have this idea. Help me out.
Yeah.
And you sent me so many things to like review, and I could just tell how
The
genuine
passion is there, yeah.
and how passionate you were
I
about like
that.
creators. Laura, I mean, I didn't send anything to you.
Oh no, trust me. We know our roles very well.
Yes.
And like again, like I think people little by little when they get to know us, like they know what it is that I can help them and to what extent. Like
Oh no, trust me. When we
And
were talking
vice
about like
versa.
I mean, I might bleep this out just for context.
Yeah.
But total, when I asked you for your advice, I was like, I could just tell how passionate you were about
yeah, it's something
Yeah.
like, I mean, just to build off that, I
Yeah.
think it's something that spoke a lot to me, like getting that message from you, because that ultimately, like people trusting me, like the creators that we have managed, but also just people trusting me with their brands and with their content has been just something very overwhelming in the most pleasant way possible, because getting that message from you is like, dang, like you can see that I know how to, you know, like position those things and come up with the content strategy essentially. But I think that was something that even like to me it meant a lot that you had even messaged me that, like even though it was so casual.
Yeah.
And though I do like you guys, he was so right when he says that we take forever to respond. We really do.
Or
But
like
when
we're crazy hours.
like,
We're
we-
responding crazy
yes, crazy
hours.
hours or just crazy things. But I was like, I want to take the time to like really focus on this, because to me it was so important to be able to, I don't know, show you what I can possibly like do and help you with. You know what I mean? So
Well, it was
that
something
meant a
like
lot.
if you do want, if you're in the creator space, because my question leading up to that
Yeah.
was like, what type of creators do you guys work with
Mhm.
and how do you guys help them out? But like for me, it was just like, where do I pivot and
Yeah.
how do I pivot? Because I think that's something that like, as a creator or someone who is trying to branch out into creative, they struggle with a lot is how do I get into this? How do I leverage my life and what I'm already doing
Yeah.
into something that someone else would want to pay attention to?
I think, well, to answer your question, when it comes to creator selection, it really has just been an organic process. The first two creators that really we started with, but aside from myself, being Addie and Stephanie, they were personal friends of Laura that are very passionate about doing content and make very quality content. And it was really just an organic relationship. Like we came to them with this idea and with this business that we've now fully realized, and we told them, hey, we want to do XYZ. Are you guys, you know, willing to be represented by us? And we will do and learn with you and grow with you. Obviously we've signed 2 new creators and now we're an agency of 4 creators. We're very boutique right now. But Allison and Vivi coming along, which, you know, are also on their content journey, but it's people that we can tell are passionate about creating social media content and that also don't see it stopping for them like anytime
Yeah.
soon. It had to be people that we saw the drive and we saw the passion and want it to be their full-time thing, because I think that ultimately then motivates us. And we also wanted to grow with them. I think it would have been a disservice if we started
Yeah.
with people that were too big or already
Mhm.
established, because we were learning the ropes. But I think now we're in that position where we're growing with everyone, and we really have, it's taken some time to like really get into the role of that, and get the ball rolling with all that. But I think this year has been the year that I feel very confident in. We're bridging these like gaps with brands, and we're finally getting our foot in the door, you know, in certain places and with certain opportunities. So I think I feel just super motivated and grateful right now that we're with people that believe in us and believe in themselves.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
for everybody that's under you guys' umbrella, my hats off to them because I follow. I think
Yeah,
all of the
yeah,
creators that
yeah.
are under you guys, and they do a really good job at what they're doing.
I mean, they hold their own. They're killer. I love
Yeah,
them.
no, realistically, they really are. For someone
Mhm.
who's trying to get into that content space, like, do you guys have any like advice?
It's never too late to start, and it's just always comes down to consistency and believing in yourself. The confidence is crazy.
What do you think stands out for a brand when it comes to creators?
It always comes down to like not you specifically picking a niche, but just choosing a passion. And that's either like within the music industry, within the beauty industry. Sometimes it crosses over, like you just never really know. Like even it surprises me, but like there's times where like right now there's brands that I'm sure that themselves like they're trying to venture out and they have the budget. They
Yeah.
really do have the budget, but they need to find the creators that are organically are going to push their content.
Yeah.
Like you have
Mhm.
brands like just soap products, or you have brands like
Like noodles.
there you go. It's literally
Mhm.
the branding. It can be anything at the end of the day. Again, it's just starting somewhere on both ends, on the business end and on the branding end, and just being consistent with it. Like if
Yeah.
you're gonna do content creation, just remember what it is, like what kind of message it is that you're trying to put out there.
Yeah. I think I definitely agree. Like you have to have that passion, but then also like just more of a content creator response. Like I think what brands are looking for are real users of their product. I think that's what a lot of people are not understanding. I think a lot of people think, oh, let me make this video reaching out to this brand saying, hey, send me this product or let me send this pitch. But if they don't see that you're an avid user of their product or competing similar products, there's no real reason why they're going to be working with you, because they can't make that connection. They can't see themselves being fully realized in your content. So I think that's a big thing. And I think I've always told that to the creators that I work with. Start by showing, like, if you, for example, want to work with a beauty brand, which is like the most popular, I would say, make beauty content. If you really are looking for, like, you know, brand deals with fashion or with clothing, make content that's related to fashion with clothing, but also feature XYZ product. This is what I purchased. This is the brand that I'm featuring today, regardless if it's paid or not, because trust me, the brands are watching.
Yeah.
The PR teams that work with these brands are watching. You search up, if I made a video about, you know, Zara or whatever brand, like, just to keep it very generic, if you search up Zara content creator, which is typically what a PR agency will do when looking for influencers to work with, you're going to be one of those videos that comes up. So keeping those things in mind, like, how are you going to come up when a brand is searching you, and are you even going to come up because are you using that product?
Yeah. I mean, it's essentially your portfolio,
Yeah,
and you
it
have to
is.
start it on your own. And I think
Yeah.
that is like really misconstrued,
Mhm.
at least now, because people are so quick to just be like, there's so many brands out there that want to work with me, you know,
Mhm.
but like, what makes you think that they want to
Yes.
work with you? So yeah, I do understand that, because I feel like I see that a lot at work too. And I'm also
Mhm.
like, well,
I know.
like, you know, like I work right now in the hospitality, like, hotel industry.
Yes.
And people will message us like wanting to come and stay, and I'm like, you don't
You
have
don't even
one
do
hotel
hospitality content.
like piece of
The,
content. you
what
know?
is it? Sorry, it's spacing. You're relatable in some way, somehow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is important to just kind of start building that portfolio on your own, and you do have to pay for the first few, you know, if you
Yeah.
want to like start getting.
We tried
those
being
brand
like
deals.
foodie influencers.
Shit was so expensive.
Oh,
Yes.
yo,
The foodie I
oh
tried
my
to do the whole
God.
travel thing, which
Oh,
the
yeah.
videos were doing great.
Yeah.
Like, we went to San Miguel de Allende last year
Oh,
in
nice.
Oh,
February.
that was
I
amazing.
love San
Did
Miguel de
content
Allende.
for all of that. Videos did great. Like, you know, all of that, whole nine
Yeah.
yards. But I was like, I can't keep up this content because
No,
I'm
I
gonna have to
know.
go on vacation out of my pocket every single month. Like,
That would happen to us too. Like
I
when
was
we went to
"Babe,
Italy.
we gotta stop eating.
Keeping up with the lifestyles.
Yeah.
See,
Don't
that's
just
another,
say
and that's another thing. Like, as a content creator themselves, like, you just never know what it is that is really gonna blow up for yourself.
Yeah.
And you either really invest into something specific, or it really doesn't matter. There's like no dollar value into it.
Yeah.
It just, at the
And
end of
there's
the
also no real like answer to that question. Like, there's
Yeah.
just so many different like sectors. But I think when it just comes to brand integration into your content, which is where you really do make that money as a
Yeah, for
creator,
sure.
brand deals, because monetization on platforms, for those of you who don't know, does not pay you very well unless it was like YouTube back in 2016, 2017, 2018.
The boom.
Yes, the big, you
Yeah.
know, when you had all the big beauty creators and all the, you know, creators, that would be a thing. But brand deals are where creators make their money. So if you're looking to make money as a creator, you have to make sure that you're brand friendly, that you're brand safe, and that brands know how to implement themselves into your content, and that it's noticeable as soon as they go onto your page. Otherwise, they're going to go on to the next person.
Oh, yeah.
So oversaturated, so many people to look at.
I think that's a really good piece of advice. And I think that also, in a way, ties in with that like authenticity and like believing in the brand.
Mhm.
Like, you want to promote the brands that you already like,
Work
not
with.
just a random brand that's like
Mhm.
reaching out to you, you know, and like
Fully.
you don't believe in or you don't really know about. So
Yeah.
We
I
talked
think
about
that's a
that
good
last
piece of
week,
advice.
where we said earlier, it was like we've gotten reached out to other brands, but it's like
Mhm.
we don't really like use them in our
Yeah.
day to day, and it's like I'm not being authentic to myself, and brands can see that. You know, it's
Mhm.
it's super transparent.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's not to say that they won't
Yeah.
work with you, but it's more likely that you will secure that deal if they already see themselves
Yes.
existing in your world, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
as of recently, there's been a lot of things that have been like switching to. It's like before, your follower count really mattered, but now it's
Mhm.
switching over to engagement.
I was going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to mention it, but I was like, let me stop rambling about it.
No.
Follower count is so important. Like,
Yeah.
I personally, me as a creator, I've gotten to work with a lot of brands. I feel like I get sent PR very often as a micro creator.
Mhm.
On Instagram, I only have like 2,000 followers, which is nothing. Like, the next Joe has 2,000 followers, you know? But obviously on TikTok, I do have a bigger following,
Mhm.
but I feel like I actually get reached out to more via Instagram and from my Instagram as opposed to from my TikTok. And it's really just about the quality of content that you're posting, making sure that, you know, when they go to your reels, they see what your content is about or whatever it is. So I think it's very true. It's about your engagement and making sure that people are actually engaged. Like, you can have 2K nowadays and my profile views are 100,000 or,
Mhm.
you know, on an average basis. So like thinking about the engagement. It's so valuable.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very true.
I need a refill of water. Are you guys down for a quick pause?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Love
Yeah.
a little
Audio
break.
pause.
Y tan solo con desprecio me has pagado. Vive con huevos, compa. Lo que es. Que si una vez dije que.
Hey, ready?
Yep.
You good?
That's spilled everywhere.
I also brought you that cup with ice.
I know,
you
I feel
could
like I'm
fill
the
up the
vlogger.
other one.
Mario brought opening day to
In
Hotel
honor,
Ranch.
It is
of
opening
honor
day.
of-
Shout out
in honor of
ladies
Hotel
and
Ranch.
gentlemen.
Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
It's just funny that
We love a good Coke Zero.
you brought it with ice for him to put it in the cup and
it's all pouring. I was
to the
like,
nice
hey,
cup.
He'll take it.
You're gonna
He'll
do what
take
you
the.
gotta do.
Oh, I just.
He'll take a big cup any day.
I'll take the big gulp.
I fucking love big cups. Hey guys, if you haven't already, go check out my homies at Votive. If you have any creative ideas, anything that you want to bring to San Diego, maybe you're a upcoming creative yourself and you need some ideas.
Yeah.
Hit them up.
I also want to say I'm still so impressed by the definition of your agency name.
Mhm.
When you guys were explaining it earlier today, I was like, okay, this really just goes to show how much a name means to people, like,
Mhm.
and how much there's so much more meaning behind it, you know? Because like Vive con huevos, like everybody laughs and like, haha, vive con
Mhm.
huevos. But there's like a way deeper meaning to it.
Yeah.
And like, you don't know that until you have this conversation. So when you guys were explaining like votive and just like the tangible dream and like
Mhm.
everything, I was like, oh, wow, like that's actually really deep and beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
So I just
Well, we
wanted to
appreciate you
comment
guys
on that.
even
'Cause
asking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
I
wanted
do
to sit
love
down.
that. I
and
feel
It
like
takes a
there's a
moment
whole
for us.
story there, right? Like we
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
we can
I actually
definitely-
really do like your guys' logo. I think I messaged you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh
logo.
yes.
Yeah.
That'll come.
Another
That will
yeah,
come.
and I was like, I need some merch.
I'm like one expense at a time.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But that
Yeah.
will
One
come.
task at a time.
Yes.
But speaking about tasks, you guys have been on the up and up and on the grind. And from events to events to events, now you guys have your own branded event, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, again, last year we really put into a lot of the coffee day party, and it was a franchise that we shared with different partners, and going into the new year, we truly felt that it was well deserved to rebrand and fully take control of something that people locally were coming to show up for. So we said, all right, well, let's start our own concept and rebrand it to being Por la Mañana. So I think that overall, like, Por la Mañana came about because the people that were already part of it, Refresh being one of them, Dynamic being another one, a lot of the other great DJs, and just thinking of a way to not make it sound corny.
Mm.
Por la Mañana was a great name to just go about another coffee concept.
Which, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, por la mañana is by the morning,
By the
through the
morning,
morning.
yeah.
That is, I guess, the closest translation. But essentially, it's like what that meant to us is, what does your morning look like? And for us, our coffee day parties were very much so that, day parties. So what's going on por la mañana? And we really thought about the brand identity of it, how we can market this, and how it can become a whole way of living, like por la mañana, and really just expanding, because we were very much so not necessarily in a box, but we were confined to the day party scene, and we really wanted to expand. And I think that's where that desire to grow and have our own locally owned brand for events came to be.
And a lot of people, like, it's gonna the coffee party we ran last year, like long live the name. And for us mainly, because there was a lot of questions and opinions out there of it. It was, again, creating that space where people, culturally from different backgrounds were able to come and enjoy a good day party, not only with the service, but the music and the hospitality, like.
And the production behind it too.
Yeah,
Just like something that was well thought out and was a true space for Latinos in San Diego and people that support the Latino community and are lovers of Latino music. I think that was the biggest thing for us. But most importantly, doing something that was locally owned. And
Yeah.
I mean, I was born and raised in San Diego. Laura has been here for a very long time. What, 10 years?
It will be 10 years
Uh-huh.
this year.
Yeah, so 10
Honorary
years in
San
San Diego.
Diegan.
I will be
Honorary
honored.
San Diegan. So it was just important to us that if we are doing something for our community, it's important that it's ran by people and really led by people that are actually in this community, that know all of these people, and that it's not really going anywhere else. So that was a huge thing for us.
I'm like, just stay tuned. You don't know what else.
Yes, you don't
what
know
else
what
will
else.
bring
But
for the morning.
That was our biggest thing, is that Por la Mañana could branch out to so many different areas. So we obviously had the coffee day party, but then most recently fitness, which we just did a week ago. About to be hitting a week ago,
Yeah.
where we partnered up with our friends at Extreme Fitness. Shout out to Alex and Dynamic, which is also our business partner and co-owner of the Por la Mañana brand. And we really just thought we can bring this curated event with vendors and with branding and with this whole musical experience with featured DJs and make it a whole experience for a totally different group of people. I mean, the group of people that you get going to a fitness event are not the group of people you get going to a day party
Definitely
where you
not.
are drinking coffee with a little bit of something else, you know?
Yeah.
So that was just super important to us that we just branch out our brand.
And as of right now, I think we've only done 3 or 4.
Yeah.
We've only done 3 or 4, which isn't, I mean, we're first quarter in within the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously fitness was a first experience, but we're really looking forward to being able to continuously branch out in this segment because it's not your typical like promotional event or outing. I would say it's again, it's staying focused to the culture, the community,
Yeah.
and again, supporting small businesses, which is why we bring on vendors.
Yeah, I think vendors, small business owners, but also, which I actually really don't, that's a whole other tangent. I hate the word small business owner because why can your business not be a big corporate giant? Like, you know what I mean? Which obviously is controversial as well. But, you know, to me, it's like, don't confine yourself to being a small business, but also just business owners in San Diego and San Diego creators. Our biggest thing was just implementing them in every single way. And something that I'm so happy that we've been able to do is just these mini creator mixers, which we really just got able to do a very official one last month where we're inviting our favorite creators that we know, have come out to these events or have yet to even experience the events, but just align with our brand identity for Por la Mañana. And they get this space to preview what it is that the next event is going to look like. And we bring in the vendors that are going to be featured at that event, and they get to go have this kind of like little preview of it. And I think that's just been a huge thing for us to be able to implement.
Because there's a lot of things that go within the event, but you never really get to connect.
Yeah.
Again, the creators play such a big marketing standpoint
Yes.
on the promotions of an event, but really to be able, like, we don't see them as just content creators. Like, these are people at the end of the day, and us to be able to get to know them, like creating these spaces, like it really helps us to build that relationship, but obviously get to know them as people.
And to just as a creator myself, I think there's something very important in if you aren't providing something else aside from your event and access to your event, like what are you providing? Obviously budget is one thing, but another thing is a private experience that's going to make you feel, I'm valued as a creator. I feel oftentimes brands and corporate giants don't really think and understand that creators take a lot of time out of their day to be able to attend, to be able to dress up for your event, to be able to film, then edit, then post. Like, it's so much that goes into it. So for us, that's kind of our way of making sure that the creators feel valued, that we have this private space for them where they're able to preview it in a more intimate setting and connect with those business owners that they can then later reach out to if they want to do their own thing.
Yeah, I really do want to applaud you with that because like going to what you were saying, Rafa, was like as a smaller creator, sometimes you don't really feel valued sometimes when you're doing events like this, or if you do get reached out and then you do have that kind of like one-on-one time, you could say, when you're doing like the promo videos and you're doing the content creation and like you've invited us. Thank you guys.
Yes.
I know we've been pretty crappy at attending.
Oh no, but
you
we're all
guys
busy.
are like, you guys are relentless about it. Like you guys never, even though we say no or we can't, you guys never stop inviting
But
us.
you guys show up when it matters.
Yeah,
that's what's
and then
important.
but realistically in these events, you do get to collab with other content creators and it kind of makes that community, and being able to collab with people and actually make it a friendly event. And it's like, hey, we're here together for this event and we're here for one reason only. Let's make this an enjoyable time. And then being a smaller creator and then feeling appreciated on top of that, that just speaks a million words.
No, yeah. And I mean, to us, it's just been, we just love it because truly San Diego creators are the friendliest creators that I've worked with, and people that I even consider my friends, people that are even my clients as well. And I love seeing them. Like these are people that I would feel so down to message to be like, hey, let's go get dinner. Let's go out. But it's because we're wanting to create space that create that sense of like friendship.
In hindsight, it's almost like a team bonding, right?
Yeah,
Like it's almost like they're your
yeah.
team, and it's just different. Obviously, it's not like a corporate team, but it's like these are the people that you're consistently working with day to day.
Yeah.
Even just like a little bit on the outside. So even putting those events together does bring that sense of appreciation. It's like it's the pizza party.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pizza party. Well, we're learning the wheel. We're definitely learning the wheel and trying to bring that wheel to San Diego. I feel like there
Yeah.
is not creator events. There's no, gifting suites and all of those things that happen in LA, which is so close, but we want to bring that over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the goal overall is to create that space because it's like you are speaking the same language.
Yeah.
And then obviously optimizing in any way, shape, or form, whether you're a bigger or a smaller creator. Like if you're starting to become a content creator, it's because you truly do believe in yourself. And just being in rooms or being able to experience to connect with certain ones locally, like that, it goes a long way. And you just never know, like, as being a creator, like Rafa, I've seen him multiple times where like people will go up to him or like they'll ask him stuff as a creator, and even some of the other girls, like going back to like the Por la Mañana, having that impact where we'll have one of them mainly being Stephanie. They'll go up to her in the bathroom and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I was searching up on TikTok and I wanted to know what to wear to this event today."
Yeah.
So I know it brings them like some joy that they're making an impact locally, and then people that are going to these events also, I'm sure, like get excited to kind of be like,
In that ambiance.
Yeah,
in
no,
that
and it
ambiance.
gives you a boost of confidence. I'm gonna be
yeah.
really transparent. A year ago when we met, I was kind of at the brink of quitting Vive con Huevos.
Really?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. So right before Bao and I got married,
Uh-huh.
we were doing weekly episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we got engaged, we went down to bi-weekly episodes. Because we went bi-weekly, and on top of that, the wedding planning, Vive con Huevos was kind of left on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
So we weren't being as consistent. Our views went significantly down. Like we lost like more than 50% of our views. And like as a creator, you're looking at all the analytics and you're like, oh shit, all my fucking hard work.
Yeah.
Total, I'm gonna ramble. I was like, I'm done with it. Like
Mhm.
I don't want to do this anymore. Like we're not getting the engagement. I don't feel like the reciprocation with people.
Yeah.
And then when I got your guys' message, and it was just, at the time such a big venue, such a big event, and I was like, holy shit. And it just filled me up with so much joy. And I think that's why I just hold so much love and appreciation for you guys as individuals and as an agency, because at the time you guys gave me so much hope as a smaller creator
Yeah.
to keep doing the things that we're doing. And like realistically, even before you guys hit me up, like we've had amazing collabs and we have a really strong network. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but like you guys really did that for us. And I really like, honestly, I mean, I don't think I've ever told you guys.
No.
It's like,
haven't.
this is
I mean,
why, like, I really love you guys really so much.
Oh my God, no, that actually means a lot. That actually means a lot because, I mean, again, as a creator myself, I've been in that exact same mindset. Like last year, actually, right before we went to San Miguel, I was not doing content at all. And I actually had even started a smaller TikTok page because I had my TikTok page that I've had since I was doing content since high school. And that's the one that I really worked hard to build and get my following. But I just lost passion about it, all of this stuff, you know? So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do a small one, like just post for my friends and family. I'm giving up on this content stuff. But when we went on that vacation, I was just like, no, like I have to be posting. Like, why can't I also be the creator? Like I'm managing and working on managing people, but I also can, I can have my cake and eat it too.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I was there and I was just like, I give up. Like, I'm not getting the things I want. I'm not seeing the same numbers anymore. Like, it's just not worth it anymore. But I really just started to work that wheel again because I had people like Laura in my ear believing me. I had people like my friends telling me like, hey, we love like your videos. Just keep making videos again. And it just takes those people to be able to motivate you. And I am actually so happy to hear that we helped out with that if that was the case. And I mean, that just means a lot. So I'm glad.
Yeah. And it's always like, for some reason, I think, again, like the timing of things have been so interesting because this is the first time you tell us this, but I say it with grace that I've had a lot of people tell us that, or at least in general, like the past 3 years, that a lot of people have been wanting to quit, and they're like just a simple conversation, or at least a random reach out of like, hey, like, would you guys be interested in doing that? They're like, oh my God, like I literally was gonna give up, or like I'll give them randomly, I'll hit up someone. I mean, Santa, for example, another great example locally, like she is an amazing soul, and she has so much energy, and sometimes like people just don't see what it is behind the cameras of things. And she, like, one day I remember like we hit her up to do an interview. We really pay attention to not really what it is on the social media presence, but like what skills you have as a person. And again, like we only know that when we're able to really create certain spaces
where we work
for
with
them.
these people. Yeah.
So you know, we always think about like optimizing opportunities, not only for ourselves, but people like within our circle. And we gravitate to having people that, you know, share that passion, but
Yeah.
also sometimes like you just never know what people are going through. And
Mhm.
we might get a call one day that maybe, you know, we don't see the right fit for us, but like there is going to be someone we know that we can
Refer.
Yeah.
refer.
And I think ultimately that was the whole reason why we wanted to keep, you know, the day party brand going, the coffee party brand going, but on our own and on our own terms, because we can do those things that we're passionate about. A lot of people in this industry really just care about, you know, monetary value or what kind of gain they can get out of it marketing wise, which, you know, that comes with, you know, being a creator and having your following and all of that. But I think for us, it's just we really have the best interests of our friends. And when I say friends, I'm referring to content creators because genuinely, like, that's what I feel like it has become.
Yeah.
Well, you guys spend so
Um,
much time together that they
Yeah.
inevitably become your friends. Yeah.
But I think that was the reason behind it, because we want to be able to place the people that we want in the positions that we want. And I think that was the most important thing.
No, you guys are doing an amazing job,
Yeah.
and honestly, I can't give you guys enough flowers for what you guys do.
Thank you guys.
But before we get into my favorite subject of the year,
Uh-oh.
Mario's been itching for this
Itching.
one.
Oh my God, you guys.
Guys,
It
we need to
feels like-
timestamp the topic on the YouTube
Seriously.
episode.
but I do want to know: have you guys faced, or I'm assuming you guys have, but what have been maybe some of the biggest setbacks or challenges that you guys have had running the agency?
I think for me, it was really stepping into that management role. I do consider myself fairly young. When we started the agency, I was just 21 years old. So I was like, you know, very naive to what it was to like be working in the clubs and managing people that, you know, I've never managed anyone before. I was hardly doing content myself. So I was like, what am I doing? Literally. Oh, don't get me started. Cause yes, but no, I was just kind of clueless, you know, I didn't know how to go about it. And so I think it was really just working that wheel, because that's what I was passionate about. I'm really passionate about helping people create their image and really polishing that image and making it come to life. So I think that was the biggest challenge, just being able to make those relationships with brands so that I can have, you know, I can be that manager that has the connection with, I know a guy like at X place, or I know the girl that manages XYZ thing. So I think that was my biggest thing. I felt a lot of insecurity in being a newbie in this industry, but I think that's where Laura came in. And, you know, whenever we would go to anywhere, whether it was, you know, festivals in Chicago, any sort of nightclub here or in LA, like she was always plugging me in with the right people. And it was just up to me, like what I was going to do with those connections. And I think thankfully, like we really, this year is like the year that I feel confident in my abilities to be able to not only push myself, but push everybody else that's under our agency, which maybe I should have had those skills in the first place, but I'm glad that I really have them now.
I mean, I think for me, and I feel like a lot of people within this industry can relate, but just being a woman in this industry is probably the biggest. It's a blessing in disguise, but also a big challenge, because you do hold up great power, but it's like, what are you going to do with that power? You know, you can easily be mistaken. Your body language can be read incorrectly. You can obviously be taken advantage because being a woman, like you're a woman, you can obviously be seen as weak, standing on business, being kind of seem like, for lack of better terms, like looking and acting like a bitch. But again, like I think the highest value as a woman is both professionally and personally is having that respect of people in general. Like I don't even want to say this industry, because at least like I have to carry a well balance of a lot of people that I work with. You work with them on a personal level and a professional level. So a lot of people, you know, they'll tell me like, Laura, you seem really intimidating. And in reality, like I can probably be the nicest person, but also like building that character and just having that tough skin, because not everyone's going to be your friend. Not everyone is going to have the best interest in you. And also like, you know, continuing having hope that you can be that difference.
Yeah.
Because it's really, really disheartening when there's things that just don't go the way that you planned. And it's not only you that, you know, was at stake of it, but your whole team. And you obviously are always going to feel responsible some way, somehow. But, you know, it's going to bed one night, and no matter how bad it was and how badly the event, like I wouldn't even say how badly the event was, but like just because obviously I work on events a lot, but just in general, like what goes about the day professionally and just waking up with the motivation of wanting to do something different and continuing to, some way, somehow make a difference with how you're leading. So I think that overall, like the biggest challenge for me has probably been knowing how you're going to stand on business and who it is that you're really going to keep within that circle.
Yeah. Well, you ultimately, I think you had to have your guard up for a little bit, and then, like you said, like not everyone's going to be your friend. So you kind of have to like weed people out and like kind of get their vibe and their feel.
Oh, for sure.
But also, like you said, is stand 10 toes down and make sure people know that you have a voice and you're not afraid to kind of put your opinion out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I collectively, I would say with Rafa and myself, because we work as a team in general, like with everything that we've been put into in situations, both positive and negative, luckily, like we really bring the best out of each other. Like there's times where maybe, communication's key. And I think for both of us, like that's just been something that we stand on to making sure that business is business, but also like we're humans and we're friends at the end of the day too.
But yeah, I think as many challenges as there are, I mean, we can go down a whole road
there's a
of
rabbit hole
challenges. There's
probably.
a ton, like for events, for management, for everything. There's always going to be challenges with what you do. But I think when you have the right intentions and you really have the desire and the passion to be able to do what you're doing, like I think that's where it's gonna feel you're gonna do your job with ease. And you're gonna run your business with ease, and those problems that seem like problems, you're gonna look back at them and it was just really a learning lesson, and next time you're in a position where you're doing the same thing, you can do it with flying colors and do it so much better.
Yeah, well, I applaud you guys
Yes.
for everything
Thank
that you
you.
guys have done, everything that you guys have accomplished,
Thank
and
you.
what's in store for you guys.
Ooh.
And talking about what's in store for you guys. Ooh, I love this
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes.
Coachella.
Oh my god.
My favorite time of the year is like fucking
Yes.
Christmas for me. I love it. It's like Christmas. My
No.
wife's birthday. Well, my wife's birthday.
Yes,
You don't even
yes.
like Christmas.
I-
How are you
I
putting
like
that on
Christmas
the
season.
list?
I like that it's cold. But Coachella, near and dear to my heart. I've been going to Coachella since 2010. It's been years. I love it to death. It's the one time a year that I just get to disassociate,
Yes.
take some vitamins, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. And there's no signal out there. I don't have to worry about content. I don't have to worry about who the fuck I am. I'm just vibing, listening to music. And boy, once that sunset hits and that Coachella desert breeze just hits
I'm
you and you're
drooling, I'm
just
drooling.
in the middle of a set. Oh, I love it.
Oh my god, someone clip that. That was too good.
But guys, and not only are you guys going to Coachella, you guys are also having the content house.
Yes.
Which is your guys' first time doing this. This is amazing. This is
Yes.
so super fucking dope.
Yeah, so we're super excited. I'm a big Coachella fan, just as Mario is, like I'm so passionate about Coachella. I went to my first Coachella when I think I was 20.
Jeez.
And I went with my friends and it was just an amazing experience, but I've always just been obsessed with Coachella culture and festival culture and the influences of it all, the brands of it all, the pop stars, like that always drew me. So I knew this year, like finally that we have our creators under our belt, and even me like taking my content seriously last year and doing my content while at Coachella last year, which did really good. Like that's the best my TikTok has ever performed. And so I just knew, I was like, there's no way, shape or form that I'm not going to be at Coachella. So originally I was just going to be going with my partner and our friend and client, Stephanie, which is also a creator. And that was going to be the thing. But then when January came around, I started to kind of rile up all the girls in our agency. And it really was rile up because I was just talking it into existence. I was just like, girls, we have to figure out how to go to Coachella. We have to figure out like how to go and just make this big content experience out of it. And obviously like just time started to pass by. It started getting closer. And we really just said, it's a costly thing. And we decided to go all into it. But then I came up with this idea to make it almost like this brand house experience. And that's where I told them like, I really want it to be an experience for you guys, like being your management and also your guys' friend. Like, I just really want it to be an amazing experience as your guys' first Coachella, aside from Stephanie. Um, and really make it this experience as creators in this agency. I think obviously if we're going out there to do content and push content, like you need something that people are going to be looking at. And a content creator house is one of those things. So I'm working on getting stuff branded for the house. It's going to be called Club Votive. So it's just going to be a place where all the girls go to the hot desert of Coachella and make it even hotter. So I'm just so excited. It's going to be a big, big, big brand opportunity for us. So yeah.
I'm excited to see it. Like, I'm excited to see what you guys create and just like all the branding stuff that you're talking about.
I'm excited.
And you've never been to Coachella, right, Laura?
I've never been.
But you've been to other festivals.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up again. Like I think EDM scene was my first introduction. I went to Ultra for 4 years of my life.
Miami Ultra is probably like on my bucket list.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tell us about
well,
it.
I live to go back one day, but yeah, Ultra, and I think I'm in festivals in general, but obviously like it's all obviously a blissful moment when you've been to so many festivals and working behind the scenes of it. Like that's always insanely like to this day, like I still don't believe it sometimes. But yeah, like I would say like a lot of the Latin festivals like Sueños and Baja Beach Fest, I truly don't think it deserves justice to compare it to Coachella because I've heard a lot of great things about Coachella.
Yes, which are Baja Beach, Sueños, all of the festivals we've been to are amazing, but nothing.
Yeah, see, I would not be able to compare it,
Coachella.
especially with the line. Like honestly, it's. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Please don't come after me. But I've never been a big Coachella fan.
Really? Why
No,
is
I think it's mainly because
Cut the cameras.
that? Boat is
Vote is
over.
canceled. No. I think mainly again it comes down to culture. Like I didn't grow up on this side of town, so I think like the EDM scene of Ultra and stuff like took over for me. But I think it has appreciating the arts, appreciating like just the whole ambiance of what Coachella brings. Like now I've started to realize it now that I've lived closer.
Coachella to me just means so much because it's the first festival that I had ever gone to. 2010, it was indie, like super indie.
Yeah.
And I was able to see like the growth of Coachella from like what it was 2010 to what it is now. And now it's just this huge boom of like creators and brands, and it's just it's a mini like city of like craziness.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But how does that make you feel? Like as an avid Coachella lover, like how are you? Because I feel like you have just different perspectives. You went to Coachella before it was this big like, you know, corporate giant almost weekend one, but obviously you're creators, so you also see the value in that. Like how does that make you feel?
You know, a lot of people hate on it. A lot of people hate on like how it's grown and how it's become, like you said, this industry beast. But I really enjoy it.
They're hating from outside the club for real.
Yeah.
They really are.
But to me, it's just like you get everything. You get
Yes.
the new artists who need a platform. You still get the indie, and it's now just this year is probably like the best lineup that I've seen so far, in my humble opinion, because it has a little bit of everything. Latino representation. It has EDM. It still has the indie.
It has the pop stars.
It has the pop stars. It just has so much in one melting pot that to me, I love it. Like, nunca me vas a sacar de ahí. I'll never hate it. I haven't hated it. I've never felt some sort of way.
Yes.
I think to me as a creator, when you see something grow the way that Coachella has, it's inevitable. As a creator, your creations evolve as you're evolving, as you're maturing. So does festivals, right? So does something like Coachella, and it's something as big as Coachella.
I need to go look to see if like the owner of Golden Voice is doing any sit downs on this topic, because I actually would love to know, you know, how he feels about all of that, because Coachella is insane. Like people travel from all over the world, and I feel like people don't realize that. Like, as you said, it's a mini city. Like I kind of was telling the creators that are in the agency, like when really telling them like, hey, we need to go to Coachella, because not only is it like an investment in your content, it's just the best and most bizarre thing you have ever seen in your life, both weekend one and weekend two. I was a very avid weekend two person. This is actually the first weekend that I go to the festival weekend one, and this is gonna be my fourth Coachella, so I'm pretty excited because it really is a whole new experience. It's Influencerchella with all the events, but it's also weekend one. I get to I get to have grass. That is the thing I am most excited for. I cannot tell you that weekend 2 cough, weekend 2
Insane.
dirt is awful. But I get to see green grass this year, and I'm so excited for that.
That is
But-
so funny that's what we refer to for weekend 1.
Yes, like you get to have grass that weekend, but no, it's really just this crazy thing that looks like it's out of a movie. And then on top of that, you look to your right and you see that someone in a movie. So
Yeah.
it's like it really is just this crazy experience.
Yeah. Each year there's crazier activations. There's different brands. Last year, like to me, we really used to like the Absolute tent. This past year they changed it,
Yeah,
but
it's not that great
Takis
anymore.
had
it's the Takis.
well, yeah, Takis had an activation last year, and I think we were in there for quite some time, and then the White Claw one.
The White Claw one was cool.
Yeah.
The Takis one was cool because they were giving you Takis the whole time, but it wasn't like the Absolute tent or the Absolute room because it wasn't really.
Oh,
a
sorry,
tent.
no, I'm getting it mixed up. It was the party in my backyard.
Yeah.
Or by the
that one
Yuma.
was weird. So the Absolute the Absolute tent, this was last year's the year you met the DJ. It was still cool. Yeah. So the
Okay.
DJ.
I don't know how it's gonna be this year. I haven't looked into it. But the Absolute tent is a full vibe. Like if
Oh,
you're
okay.
there
I remember
earlier
now.
in the day and you don't really have like anybody to go watch, it's AC. It's closed, so there's AC.
Oh,
They're selling
so
drinks in
good.
there. Obviously, it's vodka, like
Yeah.
Absolute vodka. But they have really good DJs there. So like
Okay.
you can generally be in there
I'm gonna-
all day.
I'm gonna have to hit this up because
Yeah.
controversial opinion. I'm a vodka drinker.
Okay.
Like I am a vodka drinker. Dirty martini, extra dirty with vodka, not gin, is my go-to.
Extra
so
olive.
this is gonna have to be extra olive. Oh yes, she knows that. But no, I'm gonna have to go to this Absolute
I hope
Lounge.
it's still good this year because they do change it up like every year.
Yes.
One of the year I know that
Am I
there was a
confusing the years?
change. There was a change in one of them that was like no longer it was open
It
instead
was
of
last year,
closed. Was
because
it?
because last year that's how we ended up in the weird one, the backyard party in my backyard, and the
Yeah, I think
Takis
you're right.
activation.
The-
and that-
the
I hope
way-
it's good this year.
And I think this is like the magic of Coachella is that the way you guys are. I've gone 3 times to the festival, 4 times during the Coachella weekend. I've never experienced anything that you guys are talking about.
which is crazy.
Which is crazy. Like
Yeah.
it's that big and there's that much going
Yeah.
on, which I don't think people realize. It's
Yeah.
like the scale of Coachella and what is going on inside of it is just insane. So it's like the fact that I get to go again this year and it's something that I've never even experienced before. Like just hearing this stuff,
Yeah.
like I'm like it just makes me even more excited.
Yeah.
Like,
So I actually made it a goal at one point to one of the days, like choose a day to get there early, like basically when they open.
yes.
And explore all the activations. It's hot as shit.
Mhm.
You don't want to be there at that time. Like, trust me, it's horrible. But there's so much to see that if you only get there at the time that the good artists start to play, you don't get to see
You don't
anything
get to see
because
it.
now you're just back to back to back with artists.
and you're drunk
And
as
there's really
fuck.
cool activations. There was a Coca-Cola one last year that was really cool, and you would walk in, you could take a picture in a photo booth, and then they would give you a Coke.
That is so.
Yeah.
I will say, and this is, I don't say this to come off like any way, but I got to experience the Red Bull Mirage last year.
Okay.
And that
Yeah.
was insanity.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
I got hit up by the Red Bull team while I was out there, but because again, this is the importance in going and making TikToks and
Yeah.
social
No,
media.
but Rafa's
when you're out
strategy
there.
was crazy last
Should-
year.
okay, should I explain
I'm
this?
like,
Because,
this is
I'm
story
exposing
time.
myself.
No.
I'm actually exposing myself really bad. Okay,
Story
so
time,
I
guys.
knew that I saw the traction and I was like, this was the beginning of me getting motivation to do social media again. And I said, you know what? Weekend 2, not all the influencers are out there, so people don't have too many people to watch. I need to be the person to watch. And so what was I doing? I had told my friends from the get-go, I will not be camping this year. Like, you know, I'm past the camping. I need to be staying at a hotel. My friends are all very much so like, they love to party. So camping it was. So we already had our camping like set. We had 2 spots. Awesome. But I said, you know what? I want to get us a hotel. We're going to have a hotel still. Don't even worry. We pull up. I told them, I'm going to do day 0 with you guys. Like, obviously, I want to be a part of day 0. Like, it's just magical. And I'm going to find a way to sneak us all in this year. But we do day 0. And on social media, I'm telling people that I'm going to go camping. And I'm saying, you know, camping XYZ. There's already a ton of traction. I think the very first video I did was in the parking lot of the Vons or the Ralphs that's right there where everyone meets up before. And 2-3 hours in, I already had like 7,000 likes and a couple like tens of thousands like of views. So I already knew I was going to get that traction. So over those 24 hours of day 0, I'm all posting that camping is dreadful, camping is XYZ, I just need to be at a hotel. And people are keeping up with this. And I make up the little lie that
Exposed.
I found a hotel last minute. And people were trying to call me out in the comments being like, how did you manage to book
Yeah.
it? Which was the World Mark Indio, which is known to be like one of the best hotels to stay in during like Coachella. And it's booked a year in advance.
Yeah.
So we were like, how did you find a last minute room the day of like at Coachella? And I think that video had gotten like 40 or 50,000 likes where I was like, I give up. And it was with that audio from the White Lotus where she's like, at this age, like XYZ, I'm 22, 23. Like, but yeah, that was like my strategy. But again, I went into it with that content strategy of like, I want to find a way to go viral. And that was the way, well, Coachella viral.
Yeah.
And that was the way for me. But
As Rafa's posting, by the way, I had no idea that he
At all.
had strategy.
Oh, you didn't know the
Uh-huh.
strategy
I
behind
did not
it.
know. As I'm watching this, I'm like, Rafa, what in the world? Like, you have everyone on their toes right now.
And I like, if you go back and look at my TikTok at those
I want
comments,
to go
it's
back.
so
I know, I wanna see it.
it's so conflicting because some people were like, oh my God, same. And some people were like, this dude is doing something like, or pulling our finger because how
no
did you
way.
pull those strings to get that hotel? But no, it was cool. And that actually leads me to a question I wanted to ask you guys. Are you guys campers or hotel stayers
I'm
or
a
Airbnb
hotel,
stayers?
Airbnb girl. I've actually never camped.
We're
Really?
pretty spoiled. Shout out to our homegirl Lizzie.
Oh yeah.
She lives in Cathedral City, so she lets us stay with her. So
But
we're
that's only been the last year. 2 years. 2 years.
yeah,
Last year and the year before.
yeah. But
So
before we were
clutch, though.
Airbnb people,
Yeah.
yeah.
We would always
I
just get a bunch of
camped-
our friends together.
I camped my first year, but again, 2010.
2010 camp? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm gonna age myself. I was 18, 19 at the time.
Uh-huh.
So of course I had the energy to camp. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like I was getting drunk, I was getting high. Like that was what you did.
Yeah.
But then I came back with a really bad Coachella cough, and I was like,
Oh, that
never
Coachella
fucking
cough.
again. And ever since then, it's been Airbnbs, well, hotels, and then Airbnbs.
Airbnbs.
Yeah.
To me, it was
That's the way
always
to
the
go.
shower situation and like the bathroom situation. I was like, I just need to come home to a bath. Like, I didn't even really care where we stayed.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, I just need to come home to like a bed, like a shower, a toilet, and a bed that like is not on the floor.
I don't think
And in
people
dirt.
realize the shower situation.
Oh,
You're paying
Disgusting.
thousands of dollars, and like obviously your hotel, or sorry, your pass is only a couple $100s,
Yeah.
but like you invest a couple
Yeah.
$1,000s into going to Coachella, and you are showering in a trailer that has maybe 20 showers in it, 10 on each side.
It's hot as shit
It's
at
hot
any
as shit. There's
time.
no
Like-
AC. There's dirt compiled inside the shower. You
Oh, it's
have it's
nasty.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, and your alternative is a VIP shower
For like 20
in which
bucks
you
more
pay
or
20
something,
bucks
yeah.
a shower, and all you get is a door. That literally is the
door.
difference. Is that instead of a shower curtain,
Privacy.
you have a door and a vanity, I guess. But truly, it's ridiculous. The showering situation is actually what made me decide last year, like, I'm not staying at camping. I need to have a hotel because I need to be able to get ready and I need to be able to rest
Yeah.
comfortably. Like, it's so tiring.
I forgot about this until you said the shower situation. When I got out of the shower, I got hit with the sandstorm. So I was like, no, fuck this.
And you're
Like,
dirty again.
yeah, and then I'm dirty again. So I was like,
Oh
what the
my
hell was the
God.
point? Yeah.
And then to walk from the shower to your campsite, you're sweating again.
Y'all really not
Oh
convincing
my
a
God.
girl. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, but okay, on
You
the
just can't camp.
opposite end,
Yeah.
sorry, that's the camping side. But
Yeah.
on the opposite end, Laura, like if you get to stay at a hotel or an Airbnb, you really get that like stereotypical
Yeah.
like social media version of Coachella.
Well,
Yeah.
guys,
Beautiful
club
experience.
votive.
Yes. and that is why I want to do Club
Exactly.
Votive. Like, no, but that really is why I'm like,
That's
if this is gonna be their first time going to Coachella, and obviously like we all came together with this plan as like friends essentially, but I was like, no, as their management, I have to step in and make this an experience,
Yeah.
and that really is like gonna be my goal this year, is to make Club Votive this entire experience. But also, I really want to plant the seed because we work closely with other festivals as
Yeah.
well, and
We've been
think,
really trying.
I think that every festival should have activations and the same brand, attention that Coachella does.
Yeah.
Coachella, it calls out any and everybody. When I tell you, from motor vehicle brands, alcohol brands, beauty, clothing, hospitality, every brand, it doesn't matter. It's there. And no other festival has that. And I really want to start doing these creator houses at these festivals. And I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
that this is going to be that trial run to be able to see what I can do and also show what we can do with Club Votive. So
Yeah.
we're excited.
I
And not-
love that. How
Yeah,
exciting.
I know. I really can't wait to see all the content. And really, as like someone who's staying out there, like there's, like you said, there's nothing better than like waking up to like a nice breakfast
Oh
Yeah.
my
and taking your
God.
time to get ready.
And a nice shot you could take however you
Yeah,
want.
or coming home and like
you can
washing
still
up all
drink,
the sand.
party,
Oh, yes.
everything you want
Yeah.
to do at this house. You don't gotta
Uh-huh.
be sitting on the floor in some dirt. Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
no. Or on an inflatable
Or on
mattress.
an
Oh, that, on
inflatable-
that disinflates.
To tell you my first Coachella experience, which like started off like on the worst note, it was, I think I decided to go with my boyfriend and one of our friends the week before or two. Like it was literally weekend one. It was like Friday of weekend one. And that's when we're like, we're going to go to weekend two. It's going to be our first Coachella.
Yeah.
This is Bad Bunny, Rosalia,
Okay.
Blackpink, Frank Ocean. Anyways, we get there, or before we get there, we tell our friends like, hey, we have nowhere to stay. Do you guys have a campsite? They have one campsite. 5 people were already staying at that campsite, which if you know how big the campsites are, they're about a car wide, a sedan
Yeah.
wide.
Yeah.
So 5 people are already staying in that campsite in one tent. 3 of us more are going. We have one tent, one big tent with 2 queen mattresses. You tell me how we fit. It was 4 people in air mattress. It was just the worst. But mind you, I was 20 at the time. I was like,
Yeah.
they were sneaking their alcohol wristband to me. Like it was a fun experience, but that's I think like the magic of Coachella. It literally was like it was so spontaneous and
Yeah.
it was so fun. It literally, I can play back those memories even though I was so drunk.
Mhm.
Like I can play back those memories in my head and like it's like a movie to me and it literally like can bring me to tears. Like
you have to be drunk in those situations.
oh, yes,
though.
exactly.
That's
There
the
was
thing.
no
Like
other
if you're
choice.
camping, you have to be ready to party the
Yes.
4 days. Like there's
yes.
no other option.
it's
You know.
nonstop.
Yeah.
As soon as you get there, people are throwing rages at
Yeah.
what 4 a.m. when they let you into the
Well,
campsite.
it's wild. So that was like and that's why I like, to an extent, I really did like camping because of course I was young, and like the campsite next to me, they had a bunch of weed, and we were like trading alcohol and weed.
What?
What?
They had what, Mario? You did what?
Well, let me tell you what I had in my sock. And we were just trading a whole bunch of like vitamins and groceries, and
Yes,
it was
fitness, wellness.
yeah, it was just fun. It was a great time. But yeah, there's nothing like coming home after the long day
yeah.
and taking a warm shower
Oh, yes.
and going back to the maruchan and
Yeah.
eating a
Eating a
maruchan
Maruchan.
at the end, and just recapping it with your friends. Like, who did you see? What did you like? Or or there's things that
Yes.
they saw that maybe you were right next to them and you didn't even pay
peep
attention
it.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
The recap is cool. Yeah.
The recap
You're
is
gonna
awesome.
love it.
Well,
I know.
I'm not
She's not
going.
going.
Shit.
This is something like
You're
thought
gonna love
you
it
were
through Rafa's
going.
no,
lens.
she's gonna. I've been telling her. I literally was telling her on this car ride. I'm like, I need you to be there. Like, it's just.
I'm like,
It's one of
watch
those things
last
that-
minute. Just, I'm telling you, I've
Uh-huh.
been getting the
Yes,
FOMO.
that's true.
That
Yeah.
like
Never
those,
too late.
you're gonna tell me like no, it's
Carol
just
G,
Carol.
come
It's
on,
just
that's your
Carol. I mean,
girl.
besides Carol G, but like just Major Lazer too, and
Well,
like
the lineup is stacked, and that's what I was saying. I think this
yes.
year, I think to me, it's probably the best all around. Like, is there people missing? Yes, but to me, it's like,
Well, there's always gonna be people missing.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
have them all.
yeah, but
that's
like,
a bold statement. That's a really bold statement.
I just really,
Yeah.
because to me, it's like, so Carol G is closing, right? She's the
Yes.
headliner the last day. You have Justin Bieber, Sabrina Carpenter, but on top of that, you have artists like Duke Dumont. You have Hugo.
Sean Paul,
Sexy Red,
Yeah,
Sexy Red,
there's
Cat's Eye. Like you have
Pink
new
Panther is
and icons. Like you really have everybody.
So
Pink
that's why I'm
Panther, oh my
saying it's
God.
like it's maybe I'll step back a little bit. Maybe it's not the
Mhm.
best, but I feel like it's very
good one.
well rounded.
It's a good one. And I
Yeah.
actually think, and what I've been seeing a lot is that this is the Coachella, the first Coachella in several years that it's fully sold out.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, there's this much traction on social media.
They needed it though.
They
Because
did.
last year,
You
I don't know
felt
what
it.
they did
You
last
felt
year,
it.
but yeah,
You really
they
did. It
needed
was there was space. You
Yeah.
could definitely walk
There was
around.
space.
Weekend one, shout out to our homie Coachella Angel when he hit me up for weekend one to go
Last
take
year.
content for him last year.
Mhm.
And you would expect weekend ones full of influencers, full of brands, and it was like you said, there was space.
Which I think a lot of people don't realize with influencer Coachella, all of your favorite influencers are not going to Coachella.
No, they're at the
They're
houses.
going to the houses
Yeah.
and they're going to the parties, and that's
Mm-hmm.
about it. So there's
The
a
afters.
real and then the afters, which
Mhm.
don't even get me started. Like, and then a lot of people don't know to get access to these things. Like, you are going up against like actual celebrities. You're going up against people with millions of followers. So you really have to stand out to
Yeah.
get invitations to these things. But aside from that, like they're going to all of those events and then they don't really have time to go to Coachella. So I'm excited because this time, like we're making time for all of it.
Yes.
And we're going to be there for all of it.
Yay.
I'm
It'll be
like,
fun.
I may or may not make an appearance.
You
I
need to make it
think you
at
just
least for
need-
Sunday.
yeah.
At least for Sunday, you need to experience Carol G. And
I
realistically,
I have 2 weekends, literally.
you have 2 weekends.
So
Literally,
really, you have no
that is the
choice,
best part.
Laura.
If you get so much FOMO weekend 1, you always have weekend 2.
We'll
And
see.
if you had so much fun weekend 1,
I was about to
you
say the
always
best
have
part about
weekend
last year was that it
2.
went both weekends.
Oh my god, I need to do
Yeah.
both Chella. I
Yeah,
do.
It was
need to do both
it was
Chella.
amazing. I just like it so much. It's just one of those experiences. It's one of a kind.
We
You know,
need to
'cause
go to a Coachella together.
We're going this
Yes.
year. I'm making it a mission
You are,
to go this year.
yes, we need. And you know what actually taught me this? It was the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special, and in the special she says that when they're asking her how the special came about, she's like, there was no special, and every time I was asked on red carpets, like, hey, the Hannah Montana anniversary is coming, what are you gonna do? She was just saying that there was gonna be a special, so Disney had no other choice to do a
Let's do it.
special. So I feel like that's a testament to like speak it into existence. You're gonna be at Coachella.
Yeah, today's Wednesday. Thursday, tomorrow, I'm going. I'm
Yes.
messaging you tomorrow. Messaging. I'm gonna
think
send you
we're-
a message tomorrow saying that I'm going.
We're
I'm on
2
my
weeks
way.
away from day 0 today.
Mhm.
We're 2 weeks away, 14
Oh.
days out. And
Because this
No,
comes out.
so like
the
I'm literally
Wednesday.
I'm speaking
yes.
literally the day
Oh,
of.
yes.
The day
Oh.
of. This is
you
drop
are
day.
24 hours
Yeah.
away.
You are 24
Mario.
hours from going to
Tomorrow,
Coachella.
like you will be there, right?
Yeah, tomorrow
Yes.
I'm on my way. Lizzie, I need my inflatable mattress
Yes.
up and running.
Up and
now.
running.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think moral of the story, Coachella is amazing.
And everyone needs
Everybody
to
should go at
experience
least
it.
once.
Not even at least once. Like you need to go like good like 4 times, 5 times to really get the experience.
There needs
Like,
to be a whole
just
series.
go to Coachella. And if you don't have the money for it, take out a personal loan and go.
There's
Part
a-
of the problem.
Yes, just be part of the,
The
problem
money's
and
not.
go and feed into it because it will change your life. Like it really will.
I really can't wait to see all the content that are gonna be making this year for Votive for yourselves and the creators that are under under you guys' umbrella for Coachella this year. Just to
Yeah.
me, it's just like I'm so passionate about this event and I love it so much, and like I just really can't wait to see specifically for Votive like
Yeah.
what's in store for you guys for this, because I really want this to work for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We do too. And I appreciate that. I think we're both like just excited for all of the things we have coming this year. But I think this was one that was very personal to me and that I wanted to do just for fun. Like I knew I was going to do it this year because I love Coachella. But being able to bring our agency into it was just, it feels very surreal. Even when I'm going and getting like the little merch that I'm preparing, which I may be building it up a little bit too much, but to me, like the little things we're doing, like it's
It goes
exciting.
a long way.
Yeah.
And
The
it goes a
details
long
matter
ways,
too.
yes, and those details matter. And it's not to say that we're gonna have this crazy like compound or whatever, but it's still something that is gonna be branded and it is gonna be ours.
Everyone starts somewhere.
yes,
Everyone
yeah,
starts
yeah.
somewhere. And it doesn't need to be this big elaborate thing.
Agreed.
It could be something intimate and private, and it's
And that's
literally
the whole-
like Bao said earlier, it's a team bonding experience.
That's the whole thing.
and that's
yeah.
what matters.
It's for us to just all feel motivated and all feel like this is. What
I'm
the
like, I'll
agency
go.
is.
I'll just stay at the house.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Just watch the live.
So you
Make sure all the
say-
maruchans are ready
so
for
you
everybody.
say until you
If you're
find a
in the
wristband.
desert, you have to go to Coachella.
Yeah,
There's no
it's,
point.
it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Yes.
But guys, I want to do a quick rapid fire if you guys are
Yes.
down.
Yes.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Favorite festivals you guys have attended?
Ultra. I don't know if it's a festival, but like honestly, like the major laser block parties, very nostalgic. And then I want to say Baja.
Okay.
Yeah, just because again, like I think it's always gonna like, yeah, it's always gonna hit like the fact that it was one of the first festivals that I went to that I've always wanted to go, but I went working.
Mm.
It's different.
Yeah, it hits different.
It's different.
I think for me, obviously, aside from Coachella, I would definitely say I would say Sueños. I know
It's hard. The thing
know
is,
it's
Sueños
hard.
and you have to kind of put them together.
Yeah, and I think
Bajas and Sueños are like the same thing.
yes, and I think it's a sentimental thing as well because we
Yeah.
like obviously that was my first festival going like on a working capacity and working in a different city and going to Chicago for the first time. There was so many different layers to it, which we're excited to be going again this year, and we have just so many things to look forward to. But I would say Sueños just because I thought it was so cool looking out like from the stage area or just the crowd area and seeing the Chicago skyline. Like it's in Grant Park, so it's the same place
It's
where
beautiful.
Lollapalooza is
Yeah.
done, and it's so beautiful. Like it really made me fall in love with Chicago. I've been like itching to go back, but it just hasn't aligned, and I'm glad we're gonna be going back this year.
Favorite food festival?
Food?
Yeah, favorite festival food. Sorry.
Disneyland.
Whoa.
I was like,
Favorite festival food?
Disneyland.
Favorite festival food?
Favorite festival food?
Craft services. Craft services.
I
at the
don't
festival.
know. Honestly, I don't eat.
Yeah, she actually doesn't. Like, actually, even thinking Baja last year, we had like you have to have meal tickets to be able to eat when you're like in the artist area. You don't just get food. Like they still are stingy with stuff, you know. But you have to have meal tickets, and so we were like, hey, Lau, like come eat. It probably took her like an hour of like calling for her to even grab a plate. And mind you, she grabs a plate, she sits down and eats for maybe 10 minutes, and then she just goes away.
I disappear.
And like it just disappears to go do something else. So I see why it's nothing for you.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, it's not a thing.
I think obviously craft service is one thing, but honestly, the food at Coachella is just like they bring real restaurants
Yeah.
into the desert as vendors. So I think last year I had this, which was such a pleasant experience. I had this like Chinese like food, but it was takeout, and I'm with a big group of my friends. Like, mind you, this is Sunday, so we're spent, and food at Coachella is like $30 a
It's
person.
so expensive.
So expensive. Anyways, we were like, okay, we're all just gonna share this thing, whatever. It's the end of the night, and the little like lady, it was like, oh, you guys can just have like one for each of you, and just gives them to us. And it was like, again, magic of Coachella. And it was like that friendship moment. We were literally exiting the festival. We have our Chinese takeout, and we're walking out all together. Like that was the end of our
Oh,
Sunday.
I love
And
it.
that was like, it was,
Yeah.
oh my God, I loved it. She was so sweet.
Shout
Like,
out, lady.
Yes,
Shout
I
out,
honestly,
lady.
I couldn't even tell you what the post was called, how she looked like. I can't.
We'll try to find her this year.
Yeah.
Day party or night party?
Day party.
Day party.
VIP or GA? Wait, hold on, because you guys have on backstage too. So backstage, VIP or GA?
Depends.
Recently, GA.
Recently,
Really?
I think just from a management standpoint, I want all the people and artists. Like
All
I want,
access.
Yeah.
all access. But I love a GA moment. Like I really
Yeah.
do love being out in the crowd. Like I
It's
love
a
it.
balance.
Yeah.
It's a balance. Like again, you're grateful to be able to be backstage and all
Mhm.
that. But if you really want to take in the moment, there's
It's in
nothing
GA
like being
because
in GA.
everybody's on work mode in the back area, and GA is just the people that are so passionate about the music and the
Yeah.
festival, and
Yeah.
that's the fun part of it all. So
You're in the
I
moment.
actually would say GA. GA is the fun. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that one actually.
Yeah.
Favorite artist you've seen live?
Ariana. I love Ariana or Beyonce.
It's been a while. Like it's been a while for me to really like be present to watch it. That's why I'm having a moment.
Have you
Well,
seen
Carol G,
Carol?
hello.
Yeah.
Like,
You've
why
seen
am
Carol
why am I
before.
not like? Of course, I would say 100% Carol G and probably Daddy Yankee. Sorry, honestly,
I
I
love
can't
it.
believe I forgot. But Bad Bunny, how can I forget?
Oh,
I
Bad
was,
Bunny
gonna, I
too.
was actually gonna
Didn't
throw
you-
some shade, but
I
I was like,
was
I'm gonna be
like,
nice.
Yeah.
please
I'm
gonna be
cancel me,
nice.
guys.
I've seen. I think I just have such a love for pop stars, which also Bad Bunny is the first, like one of the first Latino artists in recent times that I've seen take on that stereotypical pop star role in the way that he performs
Yeah.
in his set
But
production.
again, yes.
But I'm all for the girls.
No, sorry,
and for
but
the
Bad
pop
Bunny
stars.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
Bad Bunny Puerto
I didn't get to
Rico.
experience that.
Bad Bunny Puerto Rico was just again, like I think that
Yeah.
sorry
Oh,
guys, it
for-
took
yeah.
me a
We
minute.
forget
Sure, it was
about
on
all
a
these
whole other
things.
level.
These rapid
Yes.
questions ain't being so
When
rapid.
I was expecting you to say that because I was
Yeah,
like, when
yeah.
the last times I saw you, you had just gotten off the plane
Yeah.
from Puerto
And-
I know,
Rico.
which was
only
like-
Puerto Rico, and then
it's
she
been a
went to
long
Mexico.
time.
Bad Bunny, Mexico City.
Yeah, but Bad
But
Bunny
Puerto Rico
Mexico
was the
City
one,
was
right?
not nothing
Yeah.
like Puerto
No,
Rico.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Marketing trend you hate.
Oh. Marketing trend, honestly,
It's a really good one. Like
that's a
few,
really good
I'm thinking
one.
of the trends right
There's
now
just too
at this
many.
moment. I would say, oh, I know,
What?
an AI flyer.
Oh.
I hate an AI flyer. And I will say, like, obviously, like AI, you know, you use it when it's convenient. And I know there's
Yeah.
so much controversy behind it, but truly from a business standpoint, you're never not going to use a resource that it's convenient for you.
Mm.
But I hate an AI flyer. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
it just, there's so many graphic designers out there. And even like if we might have like used AI for a flyer for whatever, like it is what it is. But truly, like that's not a proud moment, because I feel like there's so much talent out there to be able to like produce something, and that's not even on some like I don't know, to be this advocate anti AI, but I don't like how it looks even. Like I just like I like a real flyer. I think there's something
Yeah.
cool in that. Yeah.
I honestly, to piggyback off of that, I would say like animal AI flyers, like not flyers, but animal AI.
I just think it's been weird because there's been a lot of businesses literally
Because
using little like figurines.
it trips me out. Like the amount of AI animal like trends that there are is
Okay,
insane.
I
Like
get it now.
you caught me. You
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
is this real?
Yeah.
Is this fake? Like what?
I actually
Yeah.
do hate that because sometimes I'm like, oh my god, that is so cute.
Or when they
And
make
then
them
it's fucking
talk.
fake.
I
We're like
know.
watching TikToks, and I was like, "Look at this cute video," and I
I'm
was
the
like,
same
"Did you
way.
look at
I'm
the
a
background? It's not
victim.
moving. It's AI."
Yeah, I'm a victim to that. But I think just marketing wise, like an AI flyer,
Yeah.
or I don't know, I could say a marketing channel I'm loving, and it's the one where people are like, you're asking this person to do this, and it's like the baby picture of them.
Oh
I think
yeah,
that's so
Yeah.
cute.
It's
I really
cute.
think that's so cute. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, that
And
was a good one.
the last question: What are your long-term goals for Votive?
I think like having an established presence where it's kind of hard. Like I don't again, you just don't know where especially this industry is gonna go. But long-term vision, I think it would be where we're able to really bring people onto our team that we would
Yeah.
be able to educate in a way where we're able to give them the sources that maybe we didn't have.
hmm I think long term vision would be just a streamline income in a very large scale is always just a dream,
Yeah.
obviously, like just to be very real, but more so that we can bring in employees and so that we can have a roster of quite frankly like creatives that we're working with on a payroll basis. I think that would be amazing. But I think more so project wise, I would love to be able to be the agency that big brands are reaching out to run their campaigns, whether it's creative commercials or if it's to bridge that partnership with creators. I think
Yeah.
that would be amazing. And then really just having an international scale, like if we're talking about like a big dream, like it's just an international roster of creators. And I'm not saying that we're like managing these creators to the capacity that we're managing
No.
now, where we're answering every email and doing creative strategy for their social media, but more so just
Just
that
having that trust.
we have a network. We have a
Yeah.
network of international people so that any brand around the world can ask us like, hey, we need people for this, whether it's hospitality, restaurant, beauty, clothing, whatever it is, and we have the people to provide for that.
Yeah,
that would
and
be
just create,
awesome.
and again, like I think long term always is just continuing building our network,
Yeah.
and hopefully like being able to be surrounded by the people that truly like have the same intentions as we do.
It's I say these things because I feel like I can see them coming.
Yeah,
And I think we have a lot this year that it's really
there's
gonna
a lot.
solidify
There's
us.
it's a huge vision,
And there's a lot that
again,
we haven't even like just discussed just being
Yeah.
here, but we're excited and we're definitely putting in the work to be able to get ourselves to those places.
yeah, again, it's like we had to start somewhere, and I
Yeah.
think that we're truly grateful for how far we've been able to come, and also like the experiences that we've had to go through.
No, definitely. I think you guys have been doing really great things in just a short amount of time. So I,
Thank
for one,
you.
am very excited to see what else you guys do.
Thank you. We as well.
We're super, and we're
Mhm.
excited for you guys to be part of it too. Like again, like I think you guys, Via Con Huevos is a great platform. You guys have been able to do great things with it, so I'm glad you guys did not give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for being here. You guys have amazing things coming. You guys have a great team and a great head on your guys' shoulders.
Thank you.
And honestly, I don't think I've ever came across somebody that has come across you guys that has had either a bad experience or has anything negative to say about you guys. If anything, anyone that I've encountered that has met you guys have said the same thing. It's either you guys have the hustle, you guys care about what you guys are producing and what you guys are doing,
Thank you.
and it shows.
We
It
appreciate
shows.
that. And I mean, it's really awesome to hear that as well. But I think it goes both ways. Like the feeling is mutual. And I think you guys have a very, very good brand on your hands. And I can't wait to see how you guys scale it because what we always talk about is scaling things. And
Yeah,
I always want to motivate everybody around us to just scale. Like we all have gold in our hands with our ideas, but we really have to like push them and talk to each other with how we can do that, like use our network. But yeah, I'm just excited we got to sit down and do this.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Thank you guys so
Yes.
much. Rafa, Laura, thank you so much for being here, for spending time with us and giving an inside look at you guys, your guys' life, votive, and what's next for you guys. And I really can't wait to see what's in store. I can't wait to see all the Coachella content. I mean, I might be there too. I will be
You
there.
will be
You
there.
will be
You're
there.
gonna
Filming
be
content
there.
for you guys.
Just you?
I don't know.
You
maybe-
and Bao.
If I had to
See
choose
me?
between Coachella and getting married
Sin mí no vas.
again,
Sí, we know us.
we would have gotten married at Coachella.
At Coachella. There you go. Best of both worlds.
But no, guys, thank you so much for being here. And it's an honor to have you guys here, and it's an honor to be able to call you guys friends as well too. And guys, I'll leave you guys' links and everything in the bio. I'll pop it right here.
Yes.
So it's there for everybody to click on. And guys, como siempre, live your best life, fight your fears. At the end of the day, the only thing that you regret are the things that you did not do. So vive con huevos, guys. We out of here. We love you. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Vive con huevos.
Love that.
Vive con huevos. 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 No sé si lo saben, pero en mi vida tengo un podcast con mis mejores amigos, con lo que me siento más libre. Soy yo.